I do love me a megs.
After all is said and done, you never walk, you never run, you're a winner. Got the rules, you know the street. Break the rules, protect the heat, you know nobody's fool.
Hello again. Decided I'm going to do another versus video straight after the other versus video. This time we're going to have a little bit of mini Megatron madness. I've come into possession of 3 different Megatrons through different sources, and all 3 of them are superb. And I love small bots. I really like the small bots, and these 3 are so different from each other. I feel like they deserve their own little mini review. We're going to base our criteria on the usual: alt mode, transformation, robot, homage to the original, because if it doesn't look like the original, what's the point? And final execution. Let's make them fight.
Fight! Round 1.
The 3 Megatron Transformers that we're going to review are Transformers Prime Megatron, Transformers Dark of the Moon Megatron, and a little G2 homage Megatron. This turns into a little tank. So let's start on the alt mode of the Transformers Prime Megs. I've never been a big fan of this alt mode. I've never thought it's been much cop. I have the Voyager version of this. He never ever sits in his alt mode. Why? Because it's a bit lazy. It's not a great looking vehicle. His head pokes out. It's just not that great. Going on to Transformers Dark of the Moon Megatron. This thing, now that is an alt mode. That, if you could see it actually in hand, it is absolutely perfect. Such a good, solid truck with the... It's a lot shorter than the tanker it's supposed to be. But it has a 6-wheeler truck. It has a Mac on the front, which is, I think, whoever makes it. It's just really nice and solid, and it rolls fantastic. Yes. The little mini G2 version is very, very nice. It's a nice green colour with the little Decepticon symbol on his on the front of him there. The turret doesn't move, but it's just nicely detailed on the top, nicely put together, nice and solid, and it rolls very well. So yeah, out of the 3, I think that this one wins, which is the Dark of the Moon. I think the G2 comes second, but unfortunately Transformers Prime Megs just not good enough in this category.
Round 2.
Going on to the transformation, we'll go in order as we did last time. The transformation of the Transformers Prime Megatron is quite involved. To fold his legs down like so. Unhook his cannon from his arm. Twist his cannon round on his arm like that. Put it down like that. And then the whole chest piece folds down. And these chest sections fold back up. And that is that. You can unhook his blade and put it into his hand, and then just fiddle about with his cannon a little bit. Very nice, very enjoyable transformation. Transformation for the movie bot is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So you unhook his arms from underneath, and then you split. Oh, actually, first of all, take off his tanker section, and we'll come back to that later. Split the back section, And you unfold it like so, unfold it like so. Now you fold those cab sections down on both sides. Then you twist it, you twist his legs round, so he's facing like that. The actual shoulder sections come out like that. You fold them down, and you fold his chest piece down so it just covers up the front bit. And that, for a little tiny bot, is sublime, absolutely sublime. Such a clever transformation, and you want to actually see it a second ago when you see the actual truck form, and then you see it like this. Amazing. Now it doesn't end there, because if you get the tanker section and you unfold it out like that, and you unfold it out like that, it becomes his guns. What I like to do though is I like to put one gun in his hand like that, and then I put the tanker back together like so, because it clicks together, and then that gives him one nice big cannon on one hand instead. Which is megs. He's got to have an arm cannon, hasn't he? So yeah, tip top. Going on to the G2 megs. To actually transform him, it's a little bit tight, and I can never ever get it exactly right. So you fold down the turret part like so. You fold down his legs like so. You fold down the chest piece, but you fold his cannon down so it's perpendicular with his head, and you fold him round so his cannon's next to his head, and that is that. Very nice. Love the chest piece on this guy. Nice little transformation. It's not as involved as the other two. Now it's a shame, because normally in small Transformers this would do really well, but in this one I think we've got to give it to Transformers Prime Megatron first, Transformers Dark of the Moon Megatron second, and unfortunately it comes in third, which is a shame, because it's a great transformation, but it's not as good as the other two.
Round 3.
So now we come on to the robot form. The robot form of the Transformers Prime Megatron is exactly the same as how he looks in the series, and is exactly the same as Deluxe looks like. It's identical to that. It's as big as it's as detailed as the Voyager. It's just exactly how he looks in the show. For a very small bot, it's brilliant. Really good. The movie bot is gorgeous. Really good. But I'm not sure. It's got a few little things. He's got spindly little arms, and he doesn't really look like the Megatron that looked in the movies before, apart from his head. So it's got little arms, and unfortunately the cannon bit kind of just droops a little bit. It is brilliant. It's a really good bot, but there's just a few little bits on it that don't think it's as good as the other two. The robot on this one is just nice. He's got exactly what you want. Got great feet. I love the purple on here, the purple and the green, and the head, and how the arms sit, and the cannon sits on his shoulder. This is how the G2 megs actually look. So for that, and for that alone, I think for the robot form, I think I'm going to have to give it to Transformers Prime Megatron, because he looks exactly the same as the big versions. He looks exactly the same as he does in the show. So he's got to go for the Transformers Prime Megatron. Second, I'm going to give it to the G2 because of the lovely colours, because of the great head, because of the cannon, because he just looks... Where this comes in third, where it's a bit of a shame. But is it up against some decent competition in this category?
Round 4.
Now we come on to the homage. Transformers Prime Megs has the classic bucket head, but this one in particular is a bit of a funny coloured one, because he is the Unicron version, which is from Transformers Prime Predacons Rising mini movie made for TV adult. But he has the classic hilt legs, which Megatron should always have. He has the cannon on the arm, like every Megatron should always has. the bucket head, the great face. It's essentially a great homage to Megatron. The Transformers movie, Dark of the Moon Megatron, unfortunately, he does not bear any homage to the original at all. But then again, he's a Baybot, so that's not really his fault, which straight away means that this guy ain't gonna win. Transformers G2 Mini Megs he has the bucket head, he has the cannon, but it's on his shoulder. But if you're looking at the G2, which is, I suppose, nearly the original, not quite, he is spot on. He's exactly how he should look. So he must come second. Megatron Transformers Prime comes first. Megatron G2 comes second. And the Dark of the Moon Megs comes third. So that tallies up at... The Movie Megs is in third place at the moment with 3. Transformers Prime Megs has 5 points at the moment. And the G2 Megs has 4 points at the moment.
Round 5.
So we come down now to the final execution. So final execution. Who did it best? I've always considered this thing to be a robot first and an alt mode second. So for me, it's only ever really going to be a robot. But it's a great robot. But the alt form for me always will let this figure down. The execution on this guy is amazing. The engineering that went into the actual bot, the thought that went into it, the truck, how well it is. Fair enough, the robot lets it down because it doesn't look anything like any Transformers that's been done before. But you should never go against the a Bay Transformer because all Bay Transformers look nothing like the original Transformers. This thing is great. It's a beautiful piece of plastic. It's an engineering marvel compared to some of the crap that you can buy that are much bigger. This thing is a little pocket rocket. It is a great Transformer because you can just fit in your pocket, and it's just nicely detailed, and it's a beautiful little homage to an era that's gone by, and it's just a great little bot. So who wins? I can't give it this guy. He has to come in third place. I think second place is going to have to go to the G2 Megs. So that means final execution goes to Transformers Movie Megs, which means it's a 3-way tie. So I've got to decide which one is the better bot. Sudden death. If it was up to me and I had to choose one of these, which one would I choose to have as my favourite Megatron? This would have to be this one. If I was telling you that you had to go out and buy one, I'd tell you to go out and buy this one. And you couldn't afford any of the others. But if you could afford the others, get all 3 because they're all amazing.
You win.
So you enjoyed that mini Megs madness, mini Megs mini madness, madness of mini Megs. Hope you enjoyed this Megs thing. If you want to see more, press subscribe. If you liked it, press the like. If you want to comment and suggest I do something else, suggest it below. Have some fun. Be nice to each other. And I'll see you all later. Bye bye.